けるのは嫌だ。大空翼に負けるのはもうたくさんだ。
Hello and welcome to Wise Dream Team. Today we're going to talk about the three new players that came out a few days ago. Nitta, Jito, Wakashimazu, they are all middle school players. Now this banner is very weird. I don't know why they actually brought it here. However, I really like these players because it gives us more diversity in creating more teams or more, let's say, I won't say viable teams, but almost close to being viable in the online field. Nitta, Jito, and Wakashimazu, blue, red, and green. Let us start with Nitta. Alright, so Nitta, actually all of them have the same team skill, which is 17% stat to all middle school players. Now all middle school players can get 51% as team player buffs if they have all the three players. And his passive skill is special skill force increases the lower your stamina is, maximum 30%. So the lower your stamina is, the higher your momentum is, and it caps at 30%. He has a high ball normal and a low ball good. So his main role is a scorer. You put him in the heart of your attack or your forwards. He's okay. So unlike other Nittas, some Nittas or most of the Nittas that we've seen before are accessible in tackle and intercept as well, because they all are a, let's say, a support forward. However, this Nitta is a solid scorer and not a support forward. As you can see, he excels in his shot and power. His shot is 8.6k, power 6k, speed 6.3k, and his dribble is 5.8k. And these are okay. These are not extremely great, but it's good for a Nitta that is a middle school player. So the thing what makes him good is that his passive skill makes him the best out of all three, and I'll mention that again at the end of the video. Okay, so at the field I only put 45% because Nitta is also viable in other teams other than middle school players. You don't need middle school players to make him viable and good. He actually works very well, and he is much more stronger than Fest Nitta, which is Fest Nitta. Fest Nitta sucks, man. Alright, so his field value at 45% buff only is 16.9k for a shot, 13k for dribble, and 12k for tackle, 12.2k intercept, which is okay. It's not extremely great, but I think it goes okay because of his passive skill, the 30% momentum. Now, his low ball is good, so if we add 12.5% to the field value, it becomes 19k in low ball shots, which is it's actually pretty great. I like it. I like it very much. Okay, so that is his stats. His stat is focusing on shot and dribble. I don't think he needs to have any other stats to be focused on. Alright, so for limit break, I suggest shot, dribble, power, speed, which is the main forward limit breaks. Because as you can see, he excels in shot, dribble. So pretty much just dribble with him and shoot. Pretty much that's all you could do. Also, if you dribble and shoot at the same time, it gives you a lot of increase in the momentum. Because when you use dribble, you get lower stamina. You get more momentum. So it's good to use dribble and then shot if you're trying to shoot. Maximizing the strength of Nitta lies within his passive skill. Alright, so his skills has intensive falcon shot 465s, non-trap running volley shot, falcon shot 440. This is a low ball shot. He has a high speed tackle A at 295. I highly recommend giving him a high speed dribble. You can get it from the Fest Nitta or the Collection Nitta as well as secondary skill, so you don't need to actually burn the cards. So that's good. Other than that, you can give him intercept or pass. They both work. I think I like pass more than intercept, because you could actually have more viability if you're meeting a really strong forward or a forward block your shot. So you have more variety if using either a dribble or a pass. That's my point of view, but it's good to have any of these two. It doesn't matter which, to be honest. Now Nitta, as you can see, if we add the 4.65 plus the 30%, the momentum, the passive, it becomes 604 momentum around that, and it makes his shot capping at 103k shot. If we multiply the momentum with his 915 k field 45%, and the Fest Nitta only reaches 73k. You see, this is the difference. It's almost double. 103k versus 73k. Fest versus it's just insane. Fest Nitta sucks, and he needs a hidden ability, Fest Nitta, and I suggest for his hidden ability to change the passive of Insight Master to anything else that is more viable. Anyway, back to the middle schools. Okay, so Nitta is good. I think he's the best out of all three new players. Because he is viable in if you put him in middle school team or in any other team that requires you to have a forward Nitta in. All right, so Jito. Jito show off prefers the strong. Has a 30% max stats. The more middle school players you have in the team, so you need a full 12 players, middle school players, to actually get him to get a maximum of 30% increase in his stats. And he is edgy on the block and tackle, more in tackle actually. His power is 6.4k, which is good. Speed 5.2, which is not so much. His field value is 14.2k and 14.1k for block and tackle respectively. If we add the 30% with all middle schools, he becomes 17k defense and 17.1k in tackle and block. And this is actually quite good because he is viable, of course, only in middle school team. And this also gives you much more chance to win with the new Challenge Road Extreme 6, which requires you to have a lot of, actually all of middle school players to play it and win. Alright, so Jito is okay. His stat is pretty high, to be honest. For a middle school player playing in just middle school, he's good. He's good. He's not that bad, to be honest. However, he's only viable if you're playing him in middle school because of his passive. This is his main drawback. And that's why I put him behind Nitta, because Nitta is viable in any team. Okay, he's a mid defender. You put him in the middle because he blocks and tackles. And this is pretty much about Jito in terms of stats. His limit break is 25 block, tackle, power, speed. Nothing too fancy about that. He has a see what I'm really made of, a pass for 40. He has a high power block S for 50, and a outside my rivals flying, which is a tackle 340A. If you're gonna play with him, I recommend giving him an A high power block and an A forcible interception from these cards. This card is the normal gacha. This one is the Samurai 1997, a Samurai 2018, and a Samurai 2017. And this card you can get it from any normal gacha pulls, and you can get him from the collection as well. Now, look. To be honest, for Jito, if I get him, I would actually sacrifice this card and give the pass to any other Jito that I used, a viable Jito. I'm playing Blue Japan, so I'm using the 97 Jito. I'd actually give the pass to 97 Jito. However, if you don't have a viable defender that can make you win in the the new Extreme Challenge Road, Extreme 6, then just keep him for now. Alright, this is for Jito, and now comes in Wakashimazu, a punch GK. Has a passive that grants you 20% extra stats if you have maximum 8 players in middle school players. He has a high ball good, which is you need to know that high ball good here is extremely good. Because in high balls he has a 12.5% extra saving on high balls. He has a 1032 GK stamina, which is pretty high, to be honest. His saving is 8.7k, which is high. He's actually in raw stats. He's the 5th best puncher in the game as raw stats. He has a 5.8 power and 6.5k speed. His value inside the field 45%, 17.2k, which is actually pretty high. And with adding 20%, it becomes 19.3k. Oh, sorry, I forgot to change this to English. Okay, so 19.6k inside the field with 45% and 20%, which is the passive, which is actually quite high for a middle school player, it is quite high. I like this Wakashimazu. His limit break is 25 punch, power and speed, nothing too fancy about that. He has a triangle jump defense chop for 55s, a triangle jump A 205. I can also add to him a back kick C. You can get him from the normal events. A triangle jump defense chop from the green card, or the red card from the online shop with the blue medals. If you're gonna sacrifice this card, the green card, I suggest removing the karate punch defense B first, giving it to this guy, and then destroying the card and granting him the A triangle jump defense job. However, I don't recommend making this guy a main, because he's only viable in a middle school team, unless you're playing your main is middle school, which is pretty weird to be honest, and not that meta yet. However, I think within the next few months, we're gonna get more viable middle school players, and it's gonna be solid to actually play with online. However, for now, if you get this card, just keep him so you can actually win in the extreme challenge road 6. So this is it. This is what I have to say with the middle school players. Nothing too fancy. I think they're okay. Don't try and pull for them because they are all updated within the SSR ticket pool and within the normal gacha pool. So yeah, it's not viable to actually go after them. Eventually, you will get them from the SSR tickets or from the normal gacha pools. The best one is Nitta, because he is viable inside and outside middle school team. That's about it. Thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this pretty quick episode. And I'm gonna update you guys later on with the Tachibana twins, the new hiddens, and with the new German banner as well soon enough once I sort some stuff out. Alright guys, thank you guys, I'll see you later, and bye bye.